Welcome to Season 3 of our Every Animal Run here in Farming Simulator 22. Season 3 just starting. This will also be our last season before Farm Sim 25 comes out. We've had our chickens for a month here, just checking in on them, see how they're doing. They're up to 100% health now. We've got some eggs. Everything's looking good there. Still got food. So yeah, we fast forwarded 1 month since the last episode. And we'll see what chores we've got to do. I'm sure there's stuff to do with cows right now. Go ahead and pick up some of this honey and stuff like that. And we are getting to crunch time here. Like I said, this is our last season before Farm Sim 25 comes out. And we still have pigs and horses to try to get before that happens. So we're going to have to be racing against the clock a little bit, see if we can get those. I think we can. I think we've got time. But that is the goal we're going to be shooting for. We are making quite a bit of money, so hopefully, as long as we can get our chores done quickly, we'll be able to, progress quickly and upgrade and expand as we need to, in order to get it done in time. But yeah, that's the plan. Alright, we will probably fill up this milk. Let's see if it's at a decent price to sell right now. Milk. It's actually pretty low. Right now it's November. So it shoots up next month, so we'll try to hold on to it for another month. Which, it's not even a full tank. Okay, cool. So we'll leave that there. Let's go check on the manure. Probably enough for a load. Fill that up. I was noticing earlier that our straw is getting a little low for bedding, so we will probably buy some more of that. And hopefully this is the last time we have to buy straw, because we have planted wheat on our new field. Hopefully that's enough straw to suffice all of our needs. We need it for the TMR as well as for their bedding, so I think it'll be enough. We've got the forage wagon to pick it up with, which technically means after this time we should be able to sell our little straw spreader. I don't even know what that thing's called, but we shouldn't need that anymore. We should be able just to dump it in with the forage wagon, which would be nice. So let's see, we shouldn't have a lot to do. Just have our chores for this month and just regular animal chores until February, when we plant our cotton field again. Just good. Plenty to keep us busy. As we learned last time, it takes about 15 minutes just to take care of cow chores and sheep chores together, so now we've added the chickens. So even on the months where we're not doing big things like harvesting or planting or something like that, it still takes a bit of time. Put that there, see how much slurry we have, see if we've got enough to take a load or if we just want to leave it. At least enough for one load. We'll take this over. Alright, there's the first one. I assume there's not going to be enough for another full tank, but we'll go find out. Yep, only 36%. That's perfect. So let's go ahead and hook back up to this thing and go get some more straw. Before we get too far, I want to make sure, do we need mineral feed too? No, we still have 25,000. Okay, let's go get some straw. Alright, so I went ahead and bought 16 bales, and I think what I'm going to do, instead of putting it in that spreader, is just put it in here, and then we'll use our forage wagon to distribute it. I think this will be easier, and a much more enjoyable process. There we go. So let's go ahead and pick up our forge wagon. Oh, it's still connected to our other tractor? Yes, it is. Perfect. So this should work for the food portion of it. I need to get that other tractor out of the way. The food portion of it and the bedding, I think. But we will find out here very shortly. There we go. Alright, so how does this thing work? Just pull in here. And what do we do? Start filling, okay. Silage, hay. Wow, we got a lot of hay. Straw, perfect. Go ahead and let it fill it up, I guess. Or as much as it'll hold. Alright, so it was enough to fill this up. Let's see how much of it we need. Pull up here first. There it is. I was getting concerned for a second. Okay, so that took 40%. Let's see if what we have left is enough for the bedding. There's still more in the shed, I think, or the loft, I think, but we'll see. Alright, yep, and it works in here too. Perfect. It's a lot faster than that spreader too. Okay, so it did take all of that. Let's see if we've got more. Yeah, we still got 37,000. Sweet. That should top us off perfectly in our bedding situation. Another 85% full. I don't think it's going to take all of it. Should be nice just to have a little bit of extra until we get our harvest for our wheat done. And there you go. Now it's full. Yeah, man, that's so much faster than that spreader. Spreader takes a while. Well, that being established, let's go ahead and get that spreader sold because we have no need for it now. Get a little bit of money back for it. Alright, here we are at the shop. Let's see how much money this gets us. We will go ahead and repair it and repaint it because it has been proven numerous times that that is the best way to get the most money back. And sell it. Brings our total to 68,865. Okay, cool. Let's see. We'll go ahead and check on our other animals. And if there's nothing to report, I will see you in December. Alright, it's December. Not a lot to do, but we're going to go ahead and make sure that this is emptied out so that it doesn't fill up. There we go. Just unload that there. Don't fall, thank you. Then we will make sure that this is all unloaded and distributed. Not sure what happened here. My controller stopped working and now I'm looking inside my character's face. This is odd. Farm sim things. Why are some things working and some things aren't? Can't move forward. Can't change the view. I can pause and circle. Oh. Somehow we broke out of the madness. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, we're just gonna unload these real quick. And unload the slurry. And then we should be on our way to the next month. We will sell milk, I think, in the next month because it's supposed to get a little bit higher. I think we have enough space to hold on to it for one more month. So that's the plan. Alright, it's January. We've got a few chores to do. But the only thing I'm going to show you is we're going to sell some milk because it's at a good price and we are getting full here. Should have one full tank and then probably a partial. So let's see where's the best place to sell it right now. It is at the bakery, but they only take a limited amount, so let's just go to Johnson's Farmers Market. Alright, got our first load up here. How much money are we making today? Alright, another 49,000 again. Stays pretty consistent. Let's go get the second load. Alright, it is February. Our trailer was only at 46% for the milk. So I decided just to leave it and go ahead and fast forward to February, which means it's obviously planting time for our cotton. And obviously we've got other chores to do, so I'll get a headland going on this and probably hire a worker. And then start working on some chores here. Alright, I'm dumping this slurry here. We had a full tank. And I was looking at my chickens, and it looks like we have 1,800 liters of food left. And their daily food is 1,800 liters. So we definitely need to fill that up again before we fast forward. So that's what we'll do right after this. Alright, so right now they're eating 1,800 liters a day. Just basically, we'll just say 2,000 just to make it easy math. I'm not sure if it's going to go up as well. And we don't harvest our wheat until August, because I think we planted it in October. So that means March, April, May, June, July, August. 6 months, we need 12,000 liters. We have 2,000, so we need to buy 10,000 more. I believe they're 1,000. So if we just buy 10 of these, we should be good. Yep. So that should be everything we need for the chickens for the rest of the year. Well, not the rest of the year, but to get us to our harvest. Cool. So we've got 157,000. This guy missed a little bit. We'll have to fix that, but just wanted to get him going while I worked on some different chores around. Let's see, do we need to... should probably unload the clothing. How's the wool looking down here? Not horrible. We can probably go another month or two. And do you guys have food? No, we'll have to get you some more grass. Okay. Alright, pull up to the chickens. Probably go ahead and unload some more eggs while we're here. And actually, I need to look and see when eggs are, what the good month for selling eggs is. Let's see, we could probably do that while we're doing this. Eggs, right here. November. Okay. We will remember that, and we'll sell some eggs in November. They're decent price too, so this should be pretty good profit for us as well. I'll get these chickens topped off and then get that field finished, and I will see you in March. Alright, it is April. I made sure everything was emptied out that needed emptied out and filled up that needed filled up, so we could just skip through March. So we're ready to sell some clothes. It's probably the last thing we'll do. We'll sell some clothes, then we'll go shopping, and then we will have quite a bit to do today in the next episode, but that'll be a problem for future Steven. So let's see how many pieces of clothing we've got to sell. Fits in one load, 35,000. Interesting. Thought we usually had like 40,000, but it's alright. We'll go get this sold and see how much it makes us. And there you go. That takes our total up to $879,000. let's go buy everything we need for chickens to have that set up fully complete. Alright, so the first thing that we're gonna need is a harvester for our wheat, and I really like the one they have for their picture. I think that's the exact one we're gonna get, the John Deere X9 1100. We will get the US wheel setup because Merca. And is this thing gonna load? Hello. There we go. Pipe design. We'll go ahead and get the second one since we'll probably get the bigger header. Let's make sure we just have plenty of room. So purchase that. Check out our combinations. And yeah, might as well get the second or the bigger one for $10,000 more. We'll buy that, leaving us with $224,000 and a beautiful harvester. Let's get this all picked up and taken over. Man, that header is huge. It's gonna finish that field in like 5 minutes. But the reason I did go ahead and get one this large is because we will have more than one field to do eventually. And this will just keep things moving quickly. And 26 miles per hour. That's kind of impressive. Alright, we just got her transported over here. Eventually we'll have to get a nice little shed for this to go in. That'll work for now. I did check this field earlier. It looks like the one application of fertilizer we did at the time of planting is good. So that's good to go. Now let's look at getting a silo to put our wheat into. So let's see. Probably don't need a lot. That one's 117. That one needs an auger, which I don't want to mess with an auger. That one's huge. Alright, we will probably just go with the cheapest one they have here then. 117. Yeah, I don't think we'll need more than that. And if we do, we'll just have to upgrade. Where do we want this? Probably relatively close, but actually let's rotate it this way so we can drive behind like we usually do. Let's kind of line it up nicely there. And let's do that. Here we go. So that is ready for our harvest now. Alright, so the last thing we need is a way to make silage. Because we got rid of our bale wrapper. So we're going to use this silage factory. Now the question is, where are we going to put it? Is there anywhere back here that would work? No, I don't really like that. Maybe over here where we put the biogas. Is there a good spot this will fit in? Might just put this right there. Call that good, I think. I don't see why that wouldn't work. Let's do it. And there we go. We are all set up. The only thing, obviously, we still need is a seeder. But we've got a few months before we need to worry about that. We'll have plenty of money through our biogas plant and selling eggs and milk and whatever else. So today we're picking up right where we left off in the last episode. We had just finished selling our clothing. Now we've got some grass to cut. We'll go ahead and turn this into silage because we're lower on that in our hayloft. So we'll be doing that. And I believe this field needs sprayed as well. Yes, it does. So I'll go ahead and get this headland going. If you do have any specific requests that you'd like to see in Farm Sim 25, go ahead and drop a comment in this video and let me know what you want, and I would be happy to consider those. Alright, and with that we have finished our headland pass, so I'm going to go ahead and hire an AI worker to keep going on this. Looks like we might run out of herbicide here in a second, but that's alright. We'll just get that taken care of when we need to. So we'll go ahead and grab this tractor and start picking up our grass to turn it into silage. This will be our first time turning it into silage using a forage wagon, which I'm really excited about. It is so much faster than having to stop and wait for bales to come out. We did already add the silage additive to this thing, so we should get a little bit of a bonus there. And I'll be interested to see how many rows we can do. I think it was 2 when we were doing the hay. I can't imagine it should be any different result here. So should get 2 rows per trailer at least, hopefully. And then we can just dump it into our silage production factory. I'll show that off once we get to it. Alright, we got almost 3 full rows here. Let's go ahead and turn off the loading wagon. I turned it on accident. Didn't realize I was going to turn it off automatically. Looks like that guy has run out of herbicide, so we'll have to go buy another thing there. But yeah, we placed our silage factory right over here. Kind of out of the way and with our other productions. Should just be able to dump it right here, I believe. There it is. We'll let it dump all the way before we hop out so that it doesn't stop. There we go. Now let's just take a peek at the production. So this can do silage from straw or chaff or grass. We obviously want the grass silage. And yeah, we want it to be storing. And that should be it. Pretty simple. Yeah, let's keep going. Alright, got our sprayer refilled. Get that hired again. Guy's still doing good. We'll get back to picking up our grass, turning it into silage. Alright, we just finished up the herbiciding on this field. We'll go ahead and get it limed while we get this guy out of our neighbor's field. Good help, man. It's hard to find these days. Get this guy back where he needs to be and keep picking up grass while that guy's doing the liming over in that field. Alright, last little bit here. And one interesting thing just to make a mental note about is the picking up this field used just over 50%, 51% of our silage additive. So we will have to fill that up every time before we do a silage run. Not a big deal, just something to keep mind of. We are just about finished liming our cotton field. We ran out. As you can see, he's at the buying station right now. Just got him filled up. So we'll get that finished, and then we will lime and fertilize our grass field and see where that puts us. See if we can get in here and dump this without having to move that guy. There we go. Alright, he's not going to keep dumping though. I always forget that. It's kind of annoying. We'll go ahead and take this guy back up where he left off. Get him going, and then we'll move to the next field. While that guy is finishing up the liming on the cotton field, we'll go ahead and get some of this stuff topped off. It looks like we're running a little low on hay over there. So while we wait, we'll grab a little bit. Yeah, we might get some of everything. It's all looking a little bit low. I'm sure there's plenty of food there, but might as well. Alright, let's see how much hay we need here. I don't know if this is close enough. Yeah, I gotta back up a little bit. Right there. Looks like he has finished liming that field. So once this guy's done, there we go. We'll go ahead and get this guy moved over. You lied. You're not done. You're almost done. Get this little strip and we'll go around some of the edges maybe, because sometimes he misses the edges. There's that. Anything over here? This all looks good. Actually, I'm gonna check over here. I think I saw that he missed a spot up here. Yeah, you can see it on the map. Alright, let's get this cleaned up and then we'll move him down. And that will finish cleaning up the edges there. Bring him over here. Get an AI worker going on this while we continue feeding our cows. Alright, I filled up what hay we do have, or straw, sorry. So let's see if this fills this up. And then I need to check and see if we need more for the bedding as well. Yeah, I figured that would take it all. Let's see how the bedding one is doing. 9,000. Okay, it's probably enough for this month, but if we have time, we might pick up another load. We don't harvest for a few more months, so we probably need at least 8 more, but we might just do 16 again just to make sure we have plenty to get us through till our harvest. Okay, last thing is silage. While that's going, let's go ahead and buy some bales. Actually, made up my mind. Okay, let's go ahead and get 16. Yeah, we're getting low on money. Need to make sure that we empty out our manure and slurry. Make sure we don't go negative this month. See how much of this it takes. Too far, sorry. There we go. Okay, all but 28%. Not too shabby. I love just being able to dump the extra right back into the hayloft. Super nice, super convenient. Alright, let's get this pulled here. And then let's check on this guy. You're still doing good. Alright, then let's go ahead and take this guy up to the shop nearby, which is nice. Alright, we got all 16. I guess we need to get this tractor out of our way. There we go. Get this out of our way before we can put these in. I think we're going to do the same thing. Put them in this hayloft. And then get them out that way. I like how that works. I think all we have to do is unfasten the tension belts. And drive over. Yep. Very nice, very easy. Just let you chill out over here for a minute. And what are you doing? You're almost done. Not too bad. I want to get this done and then get him started on the fertilizing so that he doesn't have downtime while we are finishing up our chores with the animals. And there you go, and then you can see a little spotty mist down at the bottom right there. We'll grab that too. And there we go. Now if we can park this without flipping, that might be the first time we've done this whole process without flipping our tractor. No guarantees yet. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. No problem. There you go. Alright, we'll get the fertilizer going and then get back to our cows. Alright, we only got 12% left in the tank here, but we'll see if that's enough. I'm not sure. We'll get it going. We'll find out soon enough, I reckon. So let's go ahead and get some straw picked up. Make sure we're topped off for our food and bedding. Alright, didn't take a lot more there, but definitely took some. Let's see how much the bedding takes. We've still got plenty in the hayloft if it needs more. If I can drive, we'll get in here and find out. I can't drive. What in the world? There we go. Alright. And there you go. Still got 15% left. Didn't take it all. Very good. We've got a little left over. Keep us topped off throughout the remainder of the year until our harvest. That'll be perfect. So that should be cows done. The only other thing I was going to check is mineral feed. I don't think I can see it from here, actually. There we go. See how we're doing on that. 18,000 still. We do have a lot of milk that we could get rid of. We've got slurry. Okay, so we still got some chores to do here. That's good, though, that there's a bit there. That means next month we should make a decent amount off of the biogas plant, and that should help us stay afloat since we are down to $14,000 currently. No big deal. We know we got money coming in. It's all calculated risk, right? Alright, there's the first load. Let's see how much is in the second one. I will probably go ahead and drop a partial load if there is one, even if it's not a full tank. Usually I don't, but since we are getting a little low on money, I'll probably do it just to make sure we get as much profit over the month as possible. So let's just see how much is here. Another 20,000 liters, so yeah, definitely going to go ahead and drop that off. And I think we might actually have more than a full trailer load of manure over there. I'm not positive, but from the looks of it, guess we'll find out here in a second. Alright, there's the second load. Now, let's go see how much manure we got. And then check on our chickens and sheep. Alright, I was right. There's a little bit more than one trailer load. Doesn't look like a lot more, but we'll see. Hey, I'm driving here. Goodness. The guy thinks he's done over there, but he is not. I'll have to get that finished up myself. No biggie though. Get this dumped off. And another 44%. Again, normally I'd just leave it in there. Sorry, sign. But since we're a little low on money, might as well take it in there. Hello, robot. Alright, that is all dropped off now. Leave that trailer there. And let's go take a peek at our milk situation. Our honey is starting to get a little more voluminous. So we might be looking at... Oh shoot, I backed up the other way. We might be looking at selling that soon. Next time it's at a good price. But not super concerned about it. Not high profit and doesn't hurt anything sitting there. So. Alright, so we have a full thing. And then the cow pen still has 18,000. So if it's a good month to sell, we might be selling some milk here. It's not great, but it gets worse next month and doesn't get back up to a decent price till August, or September actually. And we would be full by then, so I think we're gonna go ahead and sell it. Where's a good place? The dairy. Sell it to the dairy. Alright, got the AI driving that down to the dairy. Let's check on our chickens. Got some eggs that we could move. Food. Let's go ahead and top off their food. Oh, we got a bag there already. Alright, there you go. So now that has 8,000 left. Let's take a peek at this again. Did their food consumption go up? No, this is still the same. So that should be enough to get us till our harvest of the wheat. We'll go ahead and get these moved so that they can keep spawning. I almost wish I had 2 semis at this point. So we've got quite a few jobs that are best done by this semi. Like our big trailer and obviously the milk, the slurry. Those things can only be done by the semi. So there would be some value in it. Maybe eventually we will. Right now, probably not high on our priority list since we are currently racing against the clock to get to horses and pigs. We are running out of time before Farm Sim 25 comes out. I think we can get there. But man, we are going to have to push it. Alright, here's the bakery. I always forget exactly where... Not bakery, dairy. I always forget exactly where the sell point is for it. There it is. Alright. Now give us some money. Bada bing, bada boom. $45,000 later. Let's go get the rest. Oh. Forgot that that guy hasn't quite finished his job yet. We'll get our AI worker driving this back over to the dairy and we'll finish up fertilizing that. There we go, got him going with another 57%. Not too shabby. We have 5% left. I think we got more up at the shop, but that's kind of crazy. Should be plenty to get us through though. AI workers blocked. Traffic get in your way. What? Come on. That is not in your way, sir. And if you think it is, I don't think you should have a license. That's pretty rough. Alright. Now let's get this finished up. I'll tell you, our farm sure feels a lot more alive now that we've got 2 tractors and we've got our semi and this thing going. Like, we had 4 different things going at once and just like driving around watching them all go at the same time. It's pretty cool. It's a good feeling. Farm feels very alive. I'm very happy with the way this farm has turned out so far. I'm really excited to get to the next phase too, the next animal, especially since these are ones I don't have much experience with. That being said, I will probably get myself stuck or not know what I'm doing at times, so if you have any tips or any advice, I would love to hear them, so drop those in the comments as well. Or if you just want to make fun of me and tell me how dumb I'm being, I'm here for that too. Either way, I encourage the comments, the interaction, so. Alright, so that is done. Actually, there's one more thing that I can do while he's on his way, and that is, I believe the sheep need more grass. Still got 12 big old bales here. I'm sure that's over a year's worth, so like I had mentioned previously, we will have to buy a baler for that, but I want to get a square baler that we are able to use and not have to stop while we're baling up the field. So we got plenty of time to save some money for that. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Those are good to go for another month. Let's see, we checked our chickens. We made sure the cows were good. The milk should be the last thing. That field's all prepped. This field should be in a perfect state. This field over here, our new field, is also in a perfect state. When do we harvest this again? Wheat is August because we planted in October. 1, 2, 3, 4 more months so we harvest. I'm excited. I'm ready to use our new combine over there. Alright, let's see where our milk guy's at. Oh, perfect timing. Is it better to go this way? It probably is. I bet you this is the way it's intended. That way you're not sticking out in the middle of the road while you're selling. Oops. Alright. Well, I didn't realize we were going to be selling milk, or else I wouldn't have worried about getting every last bit of slurry and manure in. But it's not a bad thing. Just going to have a little extra. But this is going to get us well over 80,000. Yep, $86,000. Another 25 from that. Very good. I think I've said it before, but I am very surprised at how much we are profiting off of these milk. It's really awesome.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our animal land.
Paisley, what's your favorite animal in the game?
I think mine is the horses.
The horses?
Yeah.
Should we get horses next?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we'll work on that. Can you say like and subscribe?
Like and drive.
Subscribe.
Drive.
Good job. Alright, you heard the girl. We are continuing our every animal run today. And like she said, remember to like and subscribe. Comment if you have any comments. We're just going to continue where we left off here. We've just got our chores to do for a little while. And I think what I want to focus on right now is just getting to August, which is when we harvest our wheat for the first time. So I will go ahead and get all of these chores done. You've seen it all done several times at this point, so I'll get all that taken care of, and then I will meet you back here when we are ready to harvest our wheat field. Alright, it is August, which means it is time for our first wheat harvest. First time using our new combine. Super excited. Before we do that, let's go ahead and get our grass cutting started. That should be good. I think we're going to do another round of silage, and then we'll do hay next round. But alright, we got that started. So let's go ahead and get our harvest underway. I'm going to be interested to see how many passes this takes. It looks like it's only going to take like 3, but we'll see. But like I mentioned before, we got the big one because we're going to have more than just this field to do eventually when we expand into our horses and pigs as well. Let's do that. Oh, unfold. Okay. Look at that thing. You guys just admire. They're not mad, trust me. They're enjoying watching. Yes, we want to enable straw swath. Alright, let's turn it on. Oh yeah. Enjoy this. And there we go. We have just reached our capacity here. It is very satisfying to watch just this combine at work, man. I love it. So let's go ahead and grab our trailer and get this guy unloaded. A couple things I have noticed that I really like is the swaths of straw that it's leaving are really big because it's a really big header, which is very nice. Alright, let's get this unloaded. Then before I dump it into the chicken pen, I want to see how much they have left, how close we were actually getting. I think we were pretty close, because I think before I fast forwarded we had like 2,800 left in there. So we'll see how much is left. Alright, it only filled it up 47%. We'll actually just leave the trailer here for now. There's no point in taking 2 trips, I guess. So while he's doing that, let's go ahead and pick up the forage wagon and start picking up some of our straw. See if we like how this process is going to work for us. Alright, here we go. I am thinking, because of the size of this field, we are going to have plenty of straw for all of our needs, which is very nice. Shouldn't have to buy any more. And I guarantee this is going to be enough food too for the chickens, so we shouldn't have to buy any more chicken feed, which means so far our operations are fully covered by our farm. The only thing we got to get is a seeder to replant this, and other than that we should be good and pretty much ready to expand into the next animal once we have some money to do so. I think we probably will do horses next, just because I've never done them, and it's one I definitely want to do before Farm Sim 25 comes out. And also, I think we've got this field that we can rotate to do different crops for whatever horses need. I think they need oats, sorghum, and hay. Yeah, that's right. So if we do some oats and sorghum, do a round of each before we buy some horses or something, that might sustain us pretty well. And there we go. There's our first load. So it looks like it is going to be about 5 rows wide. Pretty cool. Not too bad. Quick process. It's going to get done probably before the grass gets mowed. But that's good. I don't want something to take even longer than any other processes we already have, so we'll get this emptied, get the rest of that field done, and go from there. Oh, he's got a nearly full grain tank. We'll get this row picked up real quick, and then we'll switch to our other trailer and get that guy emptied. We'll see. Hopefully he gets to the end. It'd be nice if we only had to unload him once, and then he can do the rest of the field, but we'll see. Nope. He stopped. Alright, full grain tank. No problem. Bring this up here. Which way is that facing? That way. Okay. Will we be able to fit the whole field in one trailer? It's a question. Because one hopper full was 47%. We got another 47, which only leaves like 6% for whatever's left here. I think it'll fit. We'll see. Alright, 5% left. We're just going to drive beside him and see how it goes. See if we get it all. 4%. 3. Oh, it's going to be close. Come on, 2. 1. Come on. No way. 100%. Okay, it looks like there might still be a tiny bit in there. We'll see. That's insane, though. 34,000 liters. Let's go ahead and check on our chickens, see how much they have left real quick before we dump this in. Just because I'm curious if we overbought or not. 1,000 liters. We bought 1 bag more than we needed. You know what? I can live with that. Look at that. 12 liters. We're not even going to empty that. I can stay until next year. That is crazy. So I guess we know exactly how much to expect off of that field every year. And also, I think we're going to be getting a new trailer. This one will just stay our manure trailer. Don't worry, we cleaned it really good before we used it for our chicken food. There we go. Then we'll just dump the rest in here. 26,000. Actually, I think that mod I added shows what they eat on a yearly basis. 21,000. There we go. So we know we have enough food for the entire year, which is awesome. Cool. That means we can have the knowledge we need to know how much we need going forward when we switch to other animals and other crops for those animals, if we need to buy more fields to do that. I wouldn't mind grabbing a couple more of these fields. Why does he always go into our neighbor's field when he's mowing grass? But anyways, good info to have. We have about 6,000 extra, so about 3 months extra. So maybe we have to do another year or so before we switch crops, and then we can just buy whatever we're short, or we just buy another field or two. We'll figure that out as we go. Yeah, might as well fill this up while we're here. And before we go empty this, well, I'll back out of your way, sorry. Before we go empty that, let's go ahead and get this guy back over doing his job. Get out of the sunflowers. He wants to take his photos in the sunflowers. Alright. Line this up nicely. And there we go. Yeah? Yeah? Didn't miss any? Perfect. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and empty this and get back to picking up our straw and then pick up some silage, I reckon. Awesome. Our mowing just finished. And we're just getting back to our straw gathering. We'll get this done and see exactly how much straw we got off this field. Alright, there's our second trailer. 44,000 again, so that's 88,000 so far. And another 44,000, which I believe takes us up to 132,000. So yeah, we're definitely going to have enough straw. That's not a bad thing. I believe our biogas plant takes straw. So if we get full or just feel like we have more than we need for sure, we can always just dump it into there. Should be fine. And another 8,000. So right around 140,000 liters of straw. Not bad. I'll probably just dump this in the food and bedding. And then let's see. I guess we just have the grass to do. Cool. Alright, just picking up the last few rows here. While I was doing this, I was thinking about what our next steps are going to be. And I was thinking, next month we would be planting our wheat again. But I think we're going to switch, and we're going to switch to doing sorghum. The reason why is because I think we have plenty of hay for our cows, which is one of the reasons we did wheat. It's just so we could get some straw. Did I say straw earlier? I meant straw. So I think we've got plenty of straw for those, and then chickens eat sorghum as well as horses. Horses eat sorghum, oats, and hay. So I think if we switch to sorghum, we can go ahead and start getting that backed up a little bit for the horses as well. And also that means we don't have to buy a seeder yet, which is good because we are actually a little bit low. I think we'd actually have enough for it because we can sell our milk next month. I think it's a good price and we're getting kind of full. And also I noticed while I was doing this thinking that I can take out more of a loan. We shouldn't have to now since we're going to wait and do sorghum instead of wheat. But it is an option. And just kind of good to know that we've got that. And honestly, we might end up utilizing that as we get closer to Farm Sim 25 coming out. We still got a little bit of work to do. A few more things we want to get before that comes out, just to wrap up the series. So if it comes down to it, we need to draw out a little bit of a loan. To do that, I am definitely not opposed to that. I think we have proven we've got a very profitable goal, or a very profitable farm, and the only reason that we aren't out of debt is because we've been pushing so hard to get to this goal. I haven't taken the 1 year it would take to pay off our loans. But anyways, that should be good to go. I think, let's see, the next thing we have is October when we harvest our cotton, which that'll be a big long process, so we'll save that for the next episode. So
Detroit Watson. Like, comment, and drive. And I see you in the next one.
starting off today's episode by selling some milk. And I think the goal for today's episode is going to be to buy some horses. Paisley, what's your favorite animal in the game?
I think mine is the horses.
The horses?
Yeah.
Should we get horses next?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll work on that. I think we have everything we need for them. We've got the harvester. We're going to buy the seeder that we need for the chickens and the horses here very shortly. The only other thing we might need is maybe another field, but we're going to find out. We might just use horse feed from the shop for a little bit just to suffice. But I want to go ahead and get them so that we can start looking at, or start figuring out what we need for them, and that way we know what we need to get pigs after that. So, hello there. That is the goal for today. All we have to do this month now is just sell this milk. So let's go get the rest out of the barn and see how much money we get after that. Alright, another 27,000 liters here, which will sell for another 37 plus 4,000, a little over $40,000 there, bringing our total up to $281,000 to work with. I think we sell eggs in November, so that's probably when we'll try to buy the horses, but we'll see. Alright, it is October, which means if you've been watching the series for any portion of time now, you know that means it is harvest time for our cotton. So we'll go ahead and get these guys pulled up, get them started, and go from there. We actually did lose money when we slept. I think we had 280,000. I thought our biogas and stuff would have offset what we have going on, but I guess we just have that many productions going now, which is no problem. Just surprising. Okay, so we'll get this guy lined up, and then I need to check. I think we can go ahead and get the grass mowing, and if so, we're gonna do hay this time. Actually, let me back in there. Dismiss. Turn on automatic drop, and go again. Alright, let's check this grass. Is it ready? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we will go ahead and get mowing on that as well. Get some hay going there. Alright, got that guy lined up. Let's get our lawnmower going. And we'll let him get a few passes done before we start on the tedding, windrowing, stuff like that. I want to actually... How do I do it? Oh, it must be the other one. I want to turn off the swathing. Toggle work mode? No. Widespread. There we go. I haven't been doing that, but I mean, technically I think that's how you're supposed to do it when you're doing hay and doing the tedding and all that stuff, so I want to try it this way. See how it goes. Hopefully I got that edge there. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, so we'll let this guy go a little bit, and let's go ahead and get you hooked up to the tedder. Disconnect. There we go. And then while we're waiting, I think we're getting a little low on mineral feed. I'll check that real quick. There, it's hooked up. How's our mineral feed? 10,000. It's not horrible, but I'm going to go ahead and buy quite a bit more. Yeah, I'll just buy several. Did I go overkill? Nah. I really want to know what the capacity is for the mineral feed. I'm sure I could do like a quick Google search, but that's kind of boring. So, I tried to buy 20. Let's see how many I actually bought. I don't want to get everything else, just the mineral feed. Nice. Alright, let's pull these separate. I think that's at 18, so I think we did get 20, just like we tried to. Which should take us up to 30, and I don't think I've ever gotten actually to 30,000. I've been close. So we'll see if that was the magic number. Oh, it says 21. Okay, interesting. That doesn't make sense. It's an even number of pallets. It must be some kind of glitch or something. Alright, so this is 21, and we have 10,000 in there. I'm going to be interested to see if this actually goes up to 31, or if it was just a glitch. Let's get a lot more of these in the location there. And it actually did go up to 31,000. That's interesting. And it still didn't fill it up, also. Also interesting to know. But that is probably the last bit of mineral feed we will have to put in, because Farm Sim 25 is just around the corner. Only a couple weeks away. So, shouldn't have to worry about that anymore. Let's get all these loaded up. I think next time these hit a good price, we'll go ahead and sell them. We've got quite a bit. I mean, the trailer could hold a bit more, but might as well get a little money while we're trying to expand the farm. Alright, that guy's got a decent head start. Let's go ahead and get our tedder going. Man, I love having 2 tractors, 2 harvesters, semi. We've got so much going on at once. It's really nice. Makes the farm feel alive, man. And away she goes. And once this guy finishes mowing, we get the windrowing going. That's a mouthful. Let's see, what can we do while we wait? Let's go check on our chickens. I haven't checked over there. Actually, let's bring this to stack our eggs nicely. Alright, got that all picked up. We'll go ahead and pick up Well, we've already got stacked as well. So it's one nice stack. Not sure how profitable these are going to be. I think, if my memory serves me, they're pretty profitable when it comes to eggs. So let's check on their food real quick. 54. We'll top them off. We've got time while we're waiting for cotton and grass to be done. Lots of time. Alright, got our trailer here. Give me some wheat. And that should be fun, plenty. I don't like this trailer for this job. I want one that doesn't have the articulating wheels there. Makes it very difficult to back up straight. Let's try a new approach. And got it. Yeah, it didn't take much at all. It's fine. We'll put the rest right back in here. Oh, we missed a pallet of eggs. Oh well, it's empty for now. Emptied enough, I mean. Alright, let's see. Is there anything else we can do while we wait? Are you about to go into our neighbor's yard? I think this is where they usually mess up. Let's see. Moment of truth. Okay. Looking promising, looking promising. Our tedder is catching up quick, man. Okay, what are we doing? Just get this guy lined up. I need you to go quickly so that the tedder doesn't catch up. There we go. Keep going, keep going. Alright, I think I can empty some slurry while we wait. Alright, got that all emptied out, and now our grass cutting is complete. So we get that guy going on the windrower. Alright, let's get this guy going. There we go. And let's help this guy finish up. I think he missed a little bit. Let's see. That stuff's fine. Yeah, right here. We'll get some of this cleaned up. Get that good enough there. And then, let's see. I guess this guy can start picking up the hay after it's being windrowed. I'll go ahead and finish up October, since that's all that's left, just picking up the hay and cotton and stuff. And then I will see you in September. Nope, November. I know how to do months. Alright, it is November, and eggs are at a good price like they're supposed to be. Yeah, we'll leave the partial pallet, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get these all picked up and find out where the best place to sell eggs is. Let's see. Eggs, right here. Yep, good price. And best is at the bakery. I assume they only take a limited amount, but we can do that on our way to the fast food. If they only take a limited amount, that's on the way to the farmer's market. So I guess we'll just hit them all. 30,000 liters of eggs. Let's see how much money we get. I just saw these collectibles. How long have we been going? And I hadn't seen these collectibles the whole time. Might as well pick them up. Alright, back on task. Here is the bakery. See if we can get in here. There we go. And hopefully they take it all, but if not, we'll see what we can do. Oh man, can I get it all as one number? Can't get it over. Is that it? Is that all they're gonna take? Yep, they're just waiting for me to drive off now. Alright, so 20,000 there. Off to the fast food restaurant. Hopefully we can pull in a little bit better than that. Let's see if we can get this in there better. Take it nice and easy. There we go. Oh, sweet, they took the rest. I didn't want to go up to Johnson's Farmers Market. Wow. 67,000 more, so we made 87,000 off of that. That's awesome. That puts us at 371. I think we are ready to look into getting some horses. Alright, before we go ahead and buy our horses, I did want to read this one more time just to make sure I had a good understanding of what they need. So it says food is hay, oats, and sorghum. You can buy horse feed from the shop. Let me see if I can find that just while we're talking about it. Horse feed. It says oats. I assume that takes place of the oats and sorghum, but I'm not positive. But if that's the case and then they still need hay, I think we're good to go there. We've got plenty of hay. So I think we're okay to move forward without actually having any oats or sorghum at the moment. We can buy oats from the store and hopefully that suffices. Since it says horses are trained and then sold for a profit, you can choose between multiple breeds, blah, blah, blah. The difference is purely visual, which is good to know. When you buy a horse, it's given a name, blah, 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 blah. Each horse also has an individual fitness level. The higher the fitness level, the higher the value. Raise their fitness level by riding them. We need to pet them, brush them. Okay. Ride the horses regularly. Okay. I think we can do this. I think we're okay to go ahead and buy these. So let's see where we want to put them. Animals. We've been doing the biggest one. My only concern with this is that's 14 horses and we're supposed to ride them all. Not sure what that's gonna entail all exactly, but we'll see. Alright, so we've got inputs over there. Where do we want? Maybe we'll face it the same, have the inputs the same direction as the inputs for the chickens, maybe? Sure. Trying to get it squared up there. I think that's pretty good. That gives room to go around. Maybe we'll scoot it back a little bit because I think it's flatter up here. Alright, we did it. Let's see if we need to do any terraforming. This looks pretty good. Nice and flat. So there's where we put our inputs. Maybe before I buy horses I should... Oh, they take straw as well. Okay. I think we have plenty. It's good to know though. Alright, let's get some horse feed over here and maybe a couple bales of hay and see what they do. Well, let's check it out. Here, does it say anything, or do I need to buy horses first? Yeah, I have to buy them first. I'm gonna buy one. See what happens. 14, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can have 2 of everything except for 1. That's okay. We'll just buy 1 for now. Okay. Zen. We have Zen. Hello, Zen. Alright, now that we have a horse, what does it show us? Base food and hay. Okay. So I think that just means you can have oats or sorghum as the base food, and then hay as well. Okay, cool. And then straw. Sweet. Well, let's go get some base food and hay and straw. Alright, we've got our horse feed. I like the amount of area we've left here. Makes it easy to drive around still. So let's get this here. And I'll get this added in there. I assume we can just lift it up. Sweet. Alright, we put all 8 bags in there. Didn't quite fill it up halfway, but hopefully they don't take a lot right at the beginning because they're still young. So let's go ahead and get some straw and hay taken over. Alright, got our hay up here. We'll see how much of this it takes. Did I leave myself enough room? Barely. Oh, missed the trigger. There we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. We need to go at this in a different way. Oof. Still. Come on. Is that out of the way? Yikes. Okay. Oh, is it full? Maybe it's full. No. Not full. Okay. Okay. I got 12,000 liters in there. Oh, total capacity is 20,000. Okay. So technically I put too much of the hay in there. Interesting. Okay, well I assume it'll still just like eat it to be 100% effective, and then I can just add some later. Okay, I thought I broke it for a second. I could not get it to take any more. Alright, so... oh, we still need straw. Let's get the straw, and then we'll buy the rest of our horses. Alright, we got the straw. Let's see if we can find a different angle than what we did for the grass, because that was a little bit glitchy, a little weird. See if we can find a way that we can dump this without doing that. Let's get as far away as we can. That should be fine, right? That's it? That's all they take? No. Should take more. Try again. Getting a little glitchy again. Is that all they can take? There, now it's full. Okay. Let's buy some more horses then. Definitely want 2 of these. Okay. 2 palominos. Chestnut and bay. Oh, it's like spirit. Okay, let's just get... I'm gonna get another gray one because I think those look really cool. Okay. We have 1 chestnut. And then 2 of the rest. Okay. My math isn't mathing. So we only have 3 more. Okay. We'll get 1 spirit then. There we go. 14 horses. So can we open this? Yes, we can. Now you should be able to ride. What? Walk. Trot. Ah. Look at that. Oh boy, sorry. Sorry. Alright, let's get off that. Clean, there's cleaning. You can see... okay, so that's all the cleaning she needed, I guess. How cool is that? There's Spirit. Don't pay attention to the name they gave it. I did read that you can change the names, but we'll figure that out another time. Would you believe me if I told you this was my 4th time trying to record this? Yeah. I recorded it once, got to the middle of February, and my power went out. So I started again, got to the middle of April, was about to finish the episode, power went out again, lost both of those videos, tried again, same thing happened in February again. So, this is take 4. There will be lots of cuts on my end, just making sure things are saving as we go, so that we do not lose the file. again. But anyways, since the last episode, things have changed a little bit. As you can see, we have more money, and that is mainly due to two reasons. The first one is we went ahead and maxed out our loan. The reason we went ahead and maxed out our loan is because Farm Sim 25 is less than 2 weeks away now, and we are so close to being done with our every animal run. We have just the pigs left to get, and I decided that we should just take out the loan and get what we need for the pigs, and then if we have time before Farm Sim 25 comes out, we'll pay off the loan and all that stuff. But figured we'd just take the money that we have available to us to try to progress things as quickly as possible. And then the second reason is because I've lost January completely. I did the milk selling in January, but I have no video of it because that got corrupted and my game had already saved up to February. So I sold the milk in January, and we decided that we were going to keep track of how much money we make this year total. So in January, we've made $68,000 off of our milk. And so we fast forwarded to February, and we don't have anything to sell in February, but we went ahead and got our cotton field planted. We got our grass field limed and fertilized, and then we've just topped off everything that needs topped off for the animals and emptied out everything that needs emptied out so that we can fast forward hopefully a couple months without having to stop unless we have to sell anything. So I believe that is everything we need to do. Let me check this, make sure I've got everything emptied. Milk, slurry. Yeah. So that should be everything we need to do for February. Let's go to March. Alright, it is March, and the only thing we have to do in the month of March is sell our honey. We have been saving it, but we've got nearly a full truck load, and I figured we might as well sell it on this month, or on this year, where we're trying to see how much money we can make off of our farm. So we've got 16,000 liters that we are taking up to the cereal factory, because right now they're at a good price there, and we'll see how much we make off of that. One thing I did think was kind of interesting that I didn't know before, when I sold the milk in January, I actually had to go to all 3 selling locations. I started off at the bakery, which I knew that they only took a limited amount, and then I went to the dairy because it was the next best price, and they got full. And I actually did not know that the dairy could get full of milk. I thought it was unlimited, but apparently I was wrong. So we ended up selling the rest to Johnson's Farmers Market, which I'm pretty sure Johnson's Farmers Market is unlimited, but I was wrong about the dairy, so could be wrong about that as well. But at any rate, we got it all sold. I just had several different numbers written down trying to keep track of how much we made off of all of it. I just thought that was interesting. So if you were wondering, now you know. Also, I would like to mention that I think it's brilliant that the cereal factory is right beside the dairy. Whoever designed that makes perfect sense. Location, location, location. Milk and cereal, perfect combo. Good thinking. I'm a fan of that decision. Alright, so let's see. Where is the selling point for the cereal factory? There it is. Let's see if we can get this all as one number to make it easier for me. It's a little hard to see, but I think we're getting it all. Yep. 32 and 4, so 36. We'll call it 37,000. Perfect. 37,000 from the honey. That's not a bad amount. I mean, usually when we sell it, just what we make in that year, it's a pretty small number, but saving it up like that, it's kind of nice. get a bigger number at least. Alright, well, that should be all we have to do in March. So let's go ahead and fast forward to April. April is going to be a big month. Actually, one second. Let's get an AI worker driving this back home before we fast forward. I want to look at something. Alright, he's going. Let's take a look at what they have to say about pigs, so we have an idea of what our next steps need to be. So it says food: corn, wheat, barley, canola, sunflower, soybean, potatoes, sorghum, and sugar beets. Wow, that's a lot of food. A lot of options. I assume it's going to be like the horses, where it's like a percentage of each like category of those foods, but we'll see. All right, let's read. In Farming Simulator, there are different breeds. The only difference is visual, okay? When it comes to providing for pigs, they are the most time-consuming animal because you need to feed them a variety of crops you need to grow yourself. As an alternative, you can buy pig food, which is, of course, more expensive in the long run. Okay, I mean, that's good to know that we can do that, and it doesn't sound like there's a penalty for it. They might be slightly less productive if you use the pig feed instead, but we'll see when we get them. Okay, to maintain the health of your pigs, provide them with the right mix of feed. You just unload the pig food or each crop at the unloading area of the pigstry. You don't need to use a mixing wagon, which is required for cows. Okay, that's cool. Sounds like it's kind of like our feeding robot, where you just put it all in and it mixes it for you. That's good. Okay, and then here at the bottom says base, either corn or sorghum. Grain, either wheat or barley. Protein, either soybeans, canola, or sunflower. And a root crop, either potatoes or sugar beets. Okay. So the root crop will be the most challenging. Everything else we should have, like, everything we need, except for some fields. So I think we will probably go with sorghum, wheat, canola, and a root crop, probably potatoes. Sorghum, wheat, canola, and potatoes. So the reason I'm looking at this is I want to make sure we don't fast forward past when we're supposed to plant these things. So let's see. Potatoes are this month or next. We might wait till next month just to get more money from the clothing. Canola isn't until August. Okay, that's good. Wheat isn't until September. No problem there. And sorghum is next month. Okay, cool. So we can wait till next month when we sell the clothing to buy that land and the cedar and stuff. So let's see, what land do we want to buy? It sounds like we want 3 more fields. And I want to keep it down here in this area, obviously. Wait, this is 3 fields. Oh, that's perfect. We could put wheat, sorghum, canola, and potatoes down here. Sweet. So I think that's the one we'll probably go with. Again, we'll wait until next month to do it. Yeah, might as well. Alright, I think that's everything we need to do. Let's check on all of our animals, make sure they all have food. Food, good, good. Good, yeah, that can go another month. And good, 100%, perfect. Then let's go ahead and fast forward to April and see where, oh man, sounds like we've got a lot to do in April actually. It is April, which, like I said, means there is a lot to do this month. First thing we're going to do, though, is sell our clothing so we can start spending some money. Definitely going to buy those fields. Probably going to have to buy a plow to get the fields in a position where we can plant them. And we're going to have to look at buying the cedar and a potato planter of some sort. and all kinds of things. We've got lots of money to spend. So let's make some. Let's see how much we get from this. Hopefully we can get it all in one number since we're trying to keep track. Keep going, keep going. There we go. 68, 7, and 87. 68, 7, and 87. Awesome. Well, let's get back to the farm, get some things started before we start spending money. We've got a lot of things we need to get started. Alright, one thing we want to get started is grass mowing. So we get, hold on, let's make sure we've got our swaths back on. Let's switch to that one. Yeah, we want our swath back on. Swath dropping, perfect. Okay, so we'll get that guy going. And get this guy liming, and then obviously he'll have to do herbicide as well. But one thing at a time. And there we go. Got him going. And now I think we're ready to buy some cows. Or not cows, pigs. Yeah, let's get this cleared out real quick, just while I'm here. I'm sure we'll have the truck up here at some point. Very soon. Let's get this up here. And now let's look at the pigs so we can figure out what we need. We got $1.4 million, which is a lot. Hopefully it's enough to get us everything we need. I'm not sure though. Oh my goodness. This thing is huge. Can we zoom out? Yeah, let's zoom out. Dang. Okay. Well, I think we'll want it up here again because the land is flatter up here. I want to make sure there's enough room to drive around. Man, this thing can hold 270 pigs. That's crazy. Let's do it. We're ready. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we'll take a look at this, make sure we don't need to do any terraforming. Man, this thing is big. Looks good though. Shouldn't need to do any terraforming. So there's where we drop off stuff. It says they do take straw as well. Okay, good to know. Oh, here's where we drop off stuff. Oh, is that where slurry came out? Yeah, I think that's where slurry comes out. Alright. Cool. So, let's buy some pigs. Might as well. We'll just use the pig food for now. So, every animal run, we're gonna have to get everything. Or at least some of it, all of them. Wow. 34,000 every time we click these buttons. That's crazy. How about we do 30 more of each? Hey, look at that math. Perfect. So now we have pigs. Look at them. We officially have every animal in Farming Simulator 22. That is awesome. Alright, so let's see what it says about their food now. Pigs, pigs, pigs. Okay, yeah, so base food 25%. And then grain, protein, and root crop. Okay. Good to know. And they do take straw. They produce slurry. I believe they produce manure too, it said. So we might have to get a manure pit over here as well. But that's fine. It's no big deal. Alright, well let's buy some pig food. Might as well. Big bags. There's a lot of them. I'll probably just go ahead and start off with 16. Sure. Now, before we get feeding them, let's buy some land too. Just spend a bunch of money. Oh, wrong button. Farmland. Alright. 57. It's 319,000. Not too bad for 3 fields. And then let's go ahead and buy our soil information. Okay. And let's go see what's on the fields. This one is oats. We weren't going to do oats, so we'll probably plow that. This one is canola. We are going to do canola, so we can leave that one. And what's this one? Nothing. Okay. So we'll probably do canola there, obviously. Probably do potatoes here on our smallest one, because I think... Let's look at this. Yeah, root crop is only 5%. So we'll do our root crop, the potatoes there. This one will probably be sorghum. And then we'll keep that big one, the wheat, so that we can get a good amount of straw off of it. Cool. I think that's a good plan. So we'll need to plow this. And that one's already plowed. And this one's good to go, but we need to fertilize it. Okay. There is no weeds. That's good. So just need to fertilize it. Alright. Well, then let's see. You're busy. Where's that tractor? Here we go. Detach. Alright, let's get this guy up to the shop and pick up a plow. Alright, we got our brand new plow. We went ahead and bought this because I believe you have to plow after you do potatoes anyways, so we're gonna need one. Went ahead and bought it. We still have $714,000. So right now everything is being used. Both our tractors and everything, our lime fertilizer, spreader. So we'll go ahead and get all this stuff picked up and start feeding our cows until we have a tractor available to do some more stuff. Not our cows, our pigs. You know what I mean. Alright, got our 16 bags of food. I'll go ahead and get these put in, but I wanted to see if it was going to make them any less efficient. Okay, so it doesn't look like it because it's showing the total capacity, but then it's also showing numbers in each of those categories. So it looks like this should be fully effective, and there's no like negative to doing it this way, except for the fact that you're spending more money than if you were producing it on your own. So cool. We'll get all this done. And why did that pig just teleport out of the pasture? Yeah, you better phase back through there. Good night. Anyways, we'll get them fed and we'll get back to working on those fields. Alright, we still haven't finished feeding the pigs. Still got some bags to dump in there. But this guy needed our help finishing up. And then we'll get him started on the herbiciding. And before we switch to the herbicide, I think somebody else needs our help too. Yeah. You're not supposed to be in our neighbor's field. You're supposed to be over here cutting our grass. Good help is hard to find these days. There we go. Alright, now you're done. And we shouldn't need to plow anything else except for that little piece that you missed, it looks like. There we go. Get this guy parked and let's go buy a seeder. Alright, we have got our brand new seeder. And we still have $492,000, which is awesome. Actually, way better than I thought we were going to be. And now, just to remind myself, which one are we planting right now? Sorghum and potatoes, if we can figure out a potato situation. Alright, sorghum. So let's get this changed to sorghum. Okay. Unfold that and get you lined up here. Cool, we finished our mowing. And go plant. Got some rocks we need to take care of eventually. I'm not gonna mess with it this year, but cool. Go into a dark green color. So we'll let those guys keep going, and then before we get back to that, let's change you to herbicide and get you spraying this field. Alright, got a bit of the headland done on this. I think enough that the AI should be able to do it mostly. We'll let them try their best. And let's get this guy detached from this stuff. And maybe let's look at potato planting stuff. Alright, when it comes to potatoes, it looks like you have two options. 3 meters or 6 meters. It's a lot of money, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. We have a bit of money right now. We'll lease a harvester if we have to. For one thing, the root crop is only 5% of what the pigs need. Plus, we're giving it a little bit of a head start with the pig food. I feel like we might have enough to last us for a while after just one harvest. So we might just lease it and then maybe look at buying one when we have to plant it again. But honestly, I don't think that's going to happen before Farm Sim 25 comes out. So we'll go ahead and buy this and be happy with that decision. And also, I just realized this tractor is almost out of gas and needs repaired. So we'll repair this before we go back to the field. Alright, we got this guy all repaired up, refueled, ready to go. He cost $20,000 to repair. So not super cheap, but definitely needed to be done. Did not expect this to fold out like that. Alright. Let's see if we can get this lined up nicely. Not really. Let's try to catch that edge a little better. Looks like he is done planting our sorghum. Alright, let's hire that. And there you go. The potato planting is really cool looking. We got this field all planted. We're gonna get this guy out of the way real quick. And we still got a little bit to do in this month. Between planting those fields, and then we also still have to pick up our grass over there. So still got some stuff to do. If you are interested in seeing how we got every animal in the game, there's chickens, horses, pigs, our cows, bees, sheep, or other places. But if you are interested in that, please check out my channel. Consider subscribing. Love to have you. And we're really excited for the content that's coming with Farm Sim 25 here in the near future. So, let's see. That should all be good for now. Let's check pH levels. Yeah, pH. Okay, it's bad. So we do need to get some lime on this field. Do we need lime on this field? It's okay, but we'll go ahead and get it anyways. And then this one, we'll worry about after we get it planted. Alright, so let's get this guy. Made quick work of fertilizing that. And I hope that that is not too fertilized for potatoes, but we'll see. Let's get this guy liming and go from there. Alright, got our full lime spreader here. One thing we also mentioned in the last episode is that we are keeping track this year of how much money we make each month, and then we'll total up the year at the end. So far, we are at $879,000, which obviously the biggest contributor to that is our clothing that we sold this month. If I was to guess, I would guess we're going to end up around 1.5 million a year, but we'll see. The eggs are quite a bit, the milk's quite a bit, so still got some things that'll bring in a bit of cash, but we'll keep track of that as we continue on here as well. I'll get these fields all limed, and then I will probably catch you when our potato planter is done. Alright, got those other fields limed, and we're still just waiting on this guy. There's no point in starting right now, we'll catch up so fast. So I think while we're waiting, we'll go ahead and take a John Deere here and start picking up some grass, turning it into silage, and go from there. I was working on picking up the silage, and noticed that our sheep were out of food, so I came over to get some. We have 6 bales left, and honestly I think that's going to be enough to get us through till Farm Sim 25, so we shouldn't have to worry about any more grass. If we were continuing this playthrough, we would have to look at getting a baler for that. Probably gonna get a square baler, and if we have money to do it before Farm Sim 25 comes out, we'll have it, just so that we can say the farm was exactly where it needed to be, had everything we needed. But for now, we're gonna be happy with it. But just a note. Alright, we are done with potato planting, so let's go ahead and get this limed, and then see if it needs fertilizer as well. I'm really not sure with potatoes. I've never done them before, so all new to me. But this won't take us long at all. And then I really need to get out a piece of paper and just write down when everything needs planted and when everything is harvested, because there's a lot to keep track of now. When it was just 2 crops, it wasn't very hard. But now we've got 5 fields plus the grass field, so it's adding up. It's too much for my little brain to comprehend. Alright, turn that off, hop out, and let's see if it says it needs... Oh yeah, definitely needs some fertilizer. Okay, we will get that picked up. Got our fertilizer up here, and between the 3 fields that we limed, it used 75% of what was in that tank, which is crazy. Alright, good news, it doesn't look like we over fertilized this end, because it is taking it all to this dark green color. Now let's get that tractor out of the way real quick. Used about 40% of that capacity. Okay, good to know. We need another barn, man. We've got so much stuff that doesn't have a place now. Can we get it in 2 passes? Oh yeah, easily. That's very nice. This piece of machinery makes this whole process very, very quick. If we get through another year, we will go ahead and take care of the stones on these fields, but right now we're kind of just proving the concept, I think. Do we need this over here? We'll need it for the grass field. Alright, so that should be everything for our field work. So all I should have left to do this month is picking up the rest of this grass, and then maybe I'll just double check all the animals, make sure they're in a good place before we fast forward. I will see you in May. I was getting ready to fast forward to the next month, but I just realized that the daily food for our pigs is 16,000 liters, and we only have 14,000 in there right now. So we need to go buy some more pig food. Alright, got another 24,000 liters. I was glad that I could fit it all in one semi-load, but you definitely start to understand why they said it is more costly to do it this way, because I think we just spent, like today, we spent $32,000 on pig food or something like that. So I understand where they're coming from. Hopefully we can get what we need to do this on our own, because this is only gonna last us like 2 days. 2 months, I should say. But yeah. So I'll be here for a little bit, putting some pig food in, and then we'll go to May. Man, this is what I get for buying 270 pigs. Okay, it is May, and we don't have a lot to do this month, except for I need to, like, empty out some stuff at the cow pen. But I actually forgot before we fast forwarded that I needed to add a manure pit for the pigs. At least I think I do. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that they need one as well, because it said they produce it. So I just got to figure out where I want it to be. Maybe we'd be fine with just right somewhere around here. Yeah. So we'll see if that starts gaining manure. Okay, we got some terraforming to do. Anyways, I'll get that done, and I'll take care of the cows, but I just thought I would let you know that I forgot to do that. We're doing it now. Hopefully that actually starts working, and we start getting some manure from the pigs. Okay, so I lied. We do have some milk to sell this month, which is good. We'll get that added to our total. Let's see how much we get today. Luckily, it's at the Johnson's Farmers Market for the best price, so hopefully we don't have to take it more than one place, because I think it's unlimited here. Alright, we got 38,000, and we'll say 4,000. There is a little bit left in the barn, but we'll leave it there for now. It gets to be a better price in like 3 months, which is why we went ahead and sold it, because it's going down and doesn't get good for another 3 months, and by that point we'd be full. So we'll sell that trailer load, and then we'll hold on to the rest until the price gets a little bit better. But $42,000, not too shabby. I was putting some of this stuff away as we are getting ready to fast forward, and I was trying to figure out why our wheat field didn't get planted when it was supposed to. And I was very stumped for a while, but then I finally remembered that we were going to switch to sorghum or something like that. But then we bought the field that already had the sorghum on it, or canola, I guess. I don't know. At any rate, we were going to be planting something else, so we didn't buy the seeder at that time. We didn't plant it at that time. And now I have to wait a whole year before I can harvest it again. Kind of a bummer, but I think it's okay. We might end up having to buy a little bit of straw. Otherwise, I think we'll be okay. I think it's just the straw that we might run a little short on. But I was just trying to figure that out, and finally dawned on me that we were going to switch crops, but then we bought more fields. So we kind of messed up a little bit there, but no biggie. We'll get it fixed. Alright, it is June, and it looks like our manure heap is working, which is good to know. I was pretty sure that's how it worked, but I don't know. I was second guessing myself. Our pigs are at 100%, but I think we're going to have to buy more food. Yep, they're going to need more food today. Again, nothing to sell this month, so I think it's just feeding the pigs. Looks like we need to top off the chickens. Go ahead and throw another bale for the sheep. Cows are okay for now. Might throw some straw in real quick. And horses are okay for another month or two. Okay. You know, one thing I do want to do is buy a trailer. I want to buy a trailer to keep over in this section just for feeding, and then we'll use it for the grains and stuff like that. I had my eye on this one, and I think this is the one we'll probably get. We'll get the wide tires, extension, yes. Let's change the color to black. yeah, we're gonna buy this just to have this trailer over here. That way we don't have to switch it back and forth, and then we can keep the manure and the crop separate. Alright, we got our new trailer here. Let's see how much food we have left. Only 15,000, but that's enough to last our chickens for a little while longer. And I really wanted this trailer because it's a lot easier to back up than that other one, which we have some tight quarters here, so sometimes we just have to back things up, and this will just make it a lot easier. And it's a bigger capacity, so when we're unloading combines and stuff like that, it should make things easier in that regards as well. But not a lot to do in June, so I'll see you in July. Alright, I was getting ready to fast forward to July, and I just remembered I never added straw to the pig pen. I'm telling you, every animal run is a lot to keep track of. So yeah, I don't know how we ended up getting any manure. I thought you had to have straw to do that, but we got a little bit. But we'll get this added, and this is the last bit of straw that we have. And because we didn't get the wheat planted when we were supposed to, we are going to have to buy some more. We're going to run out for sure, but luckily it's not too expensive. Alright, let's see. Alright, that's almost halfway. Not too bad. Should last a little while. Alright, now let's go to July. It is July, which, again, nothing to sell, but we do have something to harvest. Our canola is ready to harvest. We also should be able to get to our sorghum and possibly even our potato harvest in this episode. So lots of firsts for us coming up today. Other than that, we don't have a lot to do because we have every animal. So right now we're just trying to get our pigs some food. Right now we're having to buy it from the store, and it is expensive. We have 270 pigs, so they eat a lot. So we have to fill it up basically every day or every 2 days, and it's just a lot to keep up with right now. So I'm hoping that this will help supplement that and get us in a little bit of a better spot. One thing I am curious about is we're about to add this stuff to the crop, or to the pen, but when we add pig feed, is it going to still just distribute it evenly, or will it kind of fill in where it needs to? I'm not sure. We'll find out. Not a big deal either way, but we'll figure it out. I guess for now I'll let you just enjoy this harvest, and then we'll see where we're at after that. Tell you what, you can't beat how perfectly this header lines up with the edge of the field. Let's get our trailer over here. We'll use our new trailer. Alright, got our new trailer, and he got full right here. So close to the end. No big deal though. Same thing happened on the wheat field, which is really interesting. let's just get this guy unloaded, and then let's go look at the pig thing and see if we can figure out how much of this we need to put in there. Alright, so sorghum is the protein, which is 20%. I think we're just gonna dump it all in there. See what happens. YOLO, right? What's the worst thing that could happen? We run out of food and we can't feed them properly? Eh. Details. Alright, is that everything? Okay. Yeah, we're not even halfway. I think we got plenty of room to do a base food, grain, and protein. Or root crop. Cool. And yes, I did forget to feed them, so their health is at 0. Oops. They're fine, they're fine. Okay, so I think I just have a few little chores to do this month before we fast forward, and then we will get to our next harvest. Alright, we are getting ready to fast forward, but before we do, I thought I would show you the first time we emptied slurry from our pig pen, because everybody knows that's exciting. Wow, it's exactly like picking it up from the cow pen. But there you go. Now you don't feel left out. Our manure heap is getting more full since we added the straw. So cool. Anyways, I'll see you in September. Alright, it is August. I'm pretty sure I've been saying September the whole time. I do know how months work, but sometimes I forget. Anyways, it is August, which means it is time for us to do yet another harvest. Let me make sure. I don't think this does a straw swath either. If I hit enable. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. So we'll get this field harvested, and I will do a time lapse of that so you guys can watch it since it's our first one. And then we'll do whatever other chores we have to do this month. Alright, we have filled up the first grain tank. Let's get our trailer over here. Alright, so this filled up a lot faster than the other two fields. I mean, it is a decent sized field, but I think sorghum might just yield a little bit more, which is no problem, but we'll take this first trailer load over to the pigs and see how much we should put in. Who knows, we might just do the same thing and put it all in there and say YOLO, but we'll see. Alright, so sorghum is the base food, so we will need quite a bit of sorghum, which the good thing about that field filling up the trailer faster is we do need it to be 50% of what we put in here, so that is not a bad thing at all. We are running short on grain. Interesting. Because our grain is the wheat, which we missed, so we won't get that till next year. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure what happens if I put in pig food, if it fills in the gaps or what, but we'll figure it out. Alright, just finished the harvest. Another 6,000 liters. Let's see if we can get this to dump. Why are we not dumping? I guess we're too close. There we go. Perfect. And we'll just dump all of this in the pig thing as well. And that should be it for this harvester for the year. Again, because we didn't do the wheat, so we should be able just to go park this. And the next thing we harvest will be our potatoes. We might need some new equipment. As in, we definitely need some new equipment. Alright, got that all dumped, and now we are going to go and plow our canola field. I think we would only technically need it cultivated, but I don't have a cultivator and I have a plow, and it'll work, so why not? You know what I mean? So we'll get this guy going on the plow, and then we will bring our other tractor over here and probably just plant right behind him. Then once we're done with that, should be ready pretty much to fast forward to the next month and figure out our potato situation. Alright, let's see if this works, fixes our problem. There we go. Plow's bigger than their planter, so this should work out nicely. Alright, last pass, and look how well that lines up. That's just a thing of beauty. Let's get this other tractor out of the way before we have issues there. Ooh, can we grab that little piece he misses before that guy gets here? Ooh. We got it. Perfect. Alright, so that field is completely planted now, so we'll just have to do pH and fertilizer at some point, but we got plenty of time for that. And then I guess I just need to make sure the animals are good to go one more month, and then we can fast forward, start figuring out some potato stuff. Alright, so we were able to get a little bit more of a loan. That's why our money is up, as you can see, and it is a good price for selling milk at, where at? Johnson's Farmers Market. So we'll get this driving up there. And the reason this is important is because we are about to do our potatoes. We are ready to harvest our potatoes. So I was looking at the harvest equipment for it. And let's get this guy going and I'll show you. Where's Johnson's? Way up here. There we go. The potato technology, $599,000. So we are just shy, but I think with the milk we'll have enough, and hopefully I'm not messing us up by buying this and maxing out our loan and stuff. I think we can use the biogas and stuff to get us through until another big payday. But I just want to buy this instead of leasing, and instead of buying the little ones that you can attach to a tractor. We've gone big the whole playthrough. I don't want to call it short for here at the end, so this is what we're going for. This is why we're selling milk. Well, it's a good month, but this is why we're selling milk right now before we start with our potatoes. Alright, got our first load up here. We've got, how much left? We have another 29,000, which is basically another full thing. So whatever we get here, we'll times that by 2 basically. And by the looks of it, it looks like we're going to have plenty of money just to buy this. So, good deal. And there's 44 plus 5, so 49,000. Oh, I need to write this down too. And our second load. Let's see how much we get from this one. Well, at any rate, we have enough to buy what we need. We got 40 and 4,800. We'll call it 45,000. Perfect. Let's go buy our new toy. Alright. Here it is. $599,000. Yes, sir. Let's go check it out. And there it is. This thing is huge. Let's get it taken over to our field. Yeah, this thing is ginormous. Alright, coming up to our field. Let's see, I'm sure we have to unfold this. Let's watch it transform. Wow. Good night. I wasn't kidding, it sure is transforming. Alright, so then lower. And turn on. Higher worker, actually. And there she goes. Oh, we're missing the edge there. They're trickling in. Alright, we've got $30,000 left, which is probably enough to buy anything we need to buy, and then if we fill up the biogas, honestly I think we should be good. Look at this thing rolling. So we still got a ways to go on our potato harvest, but we've got other stuff to do this month as well. For example, we have this field. We need to get it plowed and planted with our wheat. Unfortunately, we didn't get to harvest wheat this year because I forgot to plant it. Or no, I didn't forget to plant it. We thought we were going to plant something else. Plans changed. Doesn't matter. Here we are. It's time to plant it now so that we can get some grain crop for our pigs. If you have been watching the last few episodes, you'll know we have been keeping track of how much money we have been making this year. So far, we have made $1,015,000. Not too shabby. The biggest item we still have to sell is the eggs, and I think, let's just take a look. When are they a good price? Eggs. Eggs are a good price in November, so coming up 2 months. So that'll be a good profit as well. Maybe get us closer to that 1.5 million. And that is not counting our slurry and manure, which we are now getting from cows and pigs. So it's a rather high number as well that we aren't even counting. So making good money. We're gonna see what the total is by the end of the month, or end of the year, I mean. See how profitable our farm is these days. Let's see. I'll probably get a little further along with these harvests / planting sessions and catch you in a bit. Alright, we are still plugging away at our harvest and planting, but I was looking at our pigs and we have everything we need except for grain because we missed the wheat, and I want to experiment with something, and that is if I buy the pig food, I assume it's going to split it into all 4 categories. But if I buy the wheat, the chicken feed, will it let me put it in there and go just into the grain? We're gonna try it. We're gonna experiment with it. If it works, then we're geniuses. If it doesn't work, well, now at least all of us know. Alright, moment of truth. It's going in. So let's see if it's going into just the grain. And it is. Should go up to 1,000. There it is. Perfect. So if it needs to be 25%, we'll get 9,000. We'll get 8 more. And that should be good. Sweet. So that'll be the way we will fix our problem right now until we get our wheat harvest underway. Cool. Let's get that picked up, get that filled up, and then see what we need to finish up here. Oh boy. Wait, what just happened here? You finished your run and then decided to turn this way and start plowing what he already planted, huh? Interesting choice, interesting choice. I think I've said this before. Not sure, but good help is hard to find these days. Alright, we'll get this guy started, and then we gotta keep an eye out, because I assume he'll probably try to do it again. And then we will clean up what we have to. And with this bag, our pig food crisis is basically averted. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see how long that lasts us. Shouldn't be too bad, though. Alright, so let's check on everything else. Let's see, you're full. So we need to empty you. You're done. You're almost done. Are you gonna turn the right way? He's thinking about it. Come on. Do you need help? Nah, you got it. Alright, cool. So he's doing good. Let's, guess we'll grab this again. Don't think it'll all fit in here, but it'll be enough to keep it moving. It was at 60%. So if it's another 60%, yeah, it won't fit, but it'll keep it going for a little while longer. And we'll see. Are we halfway done with the field yet? A little over halfway. Maybe. Not bad though. Cool. I wonder, does let's just look real quick. Will potatoes go in our silo? I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never done potatoes before. It just says used to store crops. It doesn't say what kind. Guess we can try it. If not, I don't know what we're gonna do with this stuff, because we're gonna have other crops and we can't just dump it all in to the pig thing. Let's go see if it'll go in the silo. Alright, moment of truth. I feel like I've said that before. No trigger. Okay. So, what do we do? What do we do? I mean, if we have 46,000 for our total capacity and that's like halfway, there's no way we can put it all in there. That'll fill it up. Is there something else that you can get that holds potatoes? Store crops, store crops. Store crops, auger. Store crops. I'm guessing you just can't do it in a silo. So, is there anything else? Silo extensions? Nope. That just increases the extensions and containers. Liquid fertilizer. Fertilizer. Different products. Like what? So worth experimenting? It only holds 27,000. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll just buy more trailers. It's probably the cheapest option, to be honest. It's a weird one. But I don't know what else to do. Except dump it on the floor and grab a front loader. I'll think about it. Let's just pick up some manure while we wait, I guess. Got a good bit of manure here, and then we've got the one by the pigs as well. Let's see how many trips we have. My guess is 4. There's 1. There's 2. A little bit left in the trailer. There's another 30%. We'll go ahead and go over to the pigs. Get some of that picked up before we drop it off. And there's number 3. There's a tiny bit left. Not enough for a 4th trip though. Oh, nailed it. Alright, let's get this dropped off and then grab some slurry, I guess. Oh, it looks like we're full again. What to do? Alright, so I don't have any great ideas. I was going to use the other trailer, but it's full of manure now and the biogas is full. Okay, I thought you could fill this up. That'll help a tiny bit. We'll fill that up with potatoes. Alright, so now we still have 19,000. So I guess I'll just put another 10,000 into the pigs and I don't know, see if that's enough to let us continue with the harvest. Alright, we got another 49% capacity available now. We'll see if that's enough, hopefully. If not, maybe we can at least buy a smaller trailer. I was gonna buy another large trailer, but we don't have enough money for it right now. So maybe worst case we can buy a small trailer at this point. But we'll see. You just carry on, good friend. And what were we doing? Oh, we were dumping manure. But we're full. See? It says I can't take any more. Yeah. Alright. So now slurry. See if we can fill that up too. That way next month we'll make a good chunk of change off of all that and won't be so low on money, hopefully. Oh, this one was apparently waiting for the biogas to not be full as well. That makes sense why it was sitting here. So normally I don't park it over here. And there's 1 tank. And another 36% from the cows. We'll go over to the pigs, see how much they got for us. And tank number 2. Get this drove over there, and then let's just go ahead and check how much slurry is left. 15,000. Okay, that's only half a tank. We won't drive it back over here. We'll just dump this off and call that good enough. Alright, dump that off. Now I'm back over here, and our harvester is full again. It did not finish it. So the plan is to just go ahead and dump some more of this in there, and should be okay. We don't have to dump a ton more, I don't think. And the reason it should be okay is because the other crops that the pigs need, we can put in the silo, like the wheat, sorghum, and canola. So if, you know, we end up filling up the capacity of the pig pen a little bit. Okay, stop. That's enough. We should still be able just to top things off as we need. And we still got a little wiggle room. So I think we're okay. As long as this helps, or as long as this allows our potato harvester to finish, I think we'll be okay. Alright, it looks like we've got 1 line left. So this should be, fingers crossed, this should be plenty of room for it. And it just means we won't have this trailer for a while. But that's okay. Here in a couple months, or maybe even next month, we should be able to afford another trailer. But we shouldn't really have to worry about that until next year when it's harvest time for our other crops. I think the first one's in July. First couple. Canola and wheat should be in July, I think. So that should work. Alright, there's the eggs I was referencing at the beginning of the video. Got about 26,000 liters. Should be pretty good. Is that out of the spawn? Let's move it forward a little further just to make sure. It says AI workers completed their task. I think the only AI I have going is this guy. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we dumped more than we had to, but I'm okay with that. We'll leave the rest of this in the harvester, obviously. And we'll just empty out the um, trailer first. Alright, we'll just park this guy here, and I think we should be ready to go to next month. 100%, you got food. You've got enough for another month. We just picked up the eggs. I don't know why that hasn't updated yet, but maybe I need to make sure they're out of the spawning location first. Alright, they got food. Cows got lots of food and straw. Everything's emptied out that needs emptied out. Horses are... Oh, we ran out of hay earlier. Speaking of which, we should probably add a little bit more hay, actually. Okay, we'll add some hay to the horses, and then we will go to October. Alright, it is October, which means it is harvest month for our cotton. Another big, long month for us. Get out of the way. Thank you. And if you'll notice, our money did go from 16,000 all the way to 90,000. Because our biogas was basically completely full. So I told you we've been keeping track of everything except for manure and slurry, but that's a big chunk of change. So whatever our number comes out to be, it's actually going to be way off of what we actually made, which isn't a problem really. It's just something to be mindful of. I mean, it's a good thing. It's better than it being the other way around, I guess. Goodness, I can't drive these things today. But with this being October, we've got a bit to do. We'll get these guys started. And there we go, we got that. Perfect. And then the other thing, we'll get this emptied out real quick. Then we want to get this guy started on the mowing. There we go. Did I miss the end? And also, is it on swath? I guess it doesn't matter. I think we're going to do hay this round. Cool. Alright, so that's going. And then the other thing I want to check is... I believe we have some weeds to take care of, I mean. Okay. Yep. We got some... Wait. Let's turn off the stones. Let's turn off needs rolling, because we don't do rolling here. Wait, it doesn't have weeds because we plowed it. Ah, I forgot. I forgot we plowed. Okay, cool. Then... Does our potato field need fertilized? I think it does. I'm dumb. We just harvested the potatoes, not planted them. So they're fine. We don't have anything else to plant this month. What about the sorghum? Oh no, we planted that with the other cedar, which already has fertilizer. So yeah, nothing to fertilize. Nothing to herbicide because we plowed before we planted that field. So I guess it's just the grass and cotton. Today we're going to try to get through the end of the year at the very least. See how much we're making a year on this farm. And make sure we have everything that we need to take care of every animal in the game. So it's going to be a little bit fast-paced because we've got several months to get through, but shouldn't be a bad thing. Looking forward to Farm Sim 25. By the time this releases, Farm Sim 25 will be, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 4 days away from being released, which is super exciting. I'll be putting out a short in the next day or two, just kind of giving my plans for FS25, at least my first couple series, and then we'll see where we go from there. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Just leave a comment here, or if you see that short, throw it in there, that'd be great too. But yeah, we are in October. Still quite a bit to do. We're working on our cotton harvest. As you can see, we just finished cutting this field and tedding it, so we'll get it windrowed and picked up with our forage wagon. We're turning it into hay because we've got a lot of silage, and now we've got horses and cows that eat the hay, so needing a little bit more. Now I've thought about just fast forwarding and selling the things that we have to sell and seeing how much money we make from there. But I have decided that I want to do it correctly, like feed my animals and everything, make sure they're healthy and the farm's in a good state when we leave it. So that is the goal, that is the plan. Getting there on our cotton harvest, not too bad. You're obviously done. Oh yeah, I was gonna feed the chickens. We've got 8,000 liters of wheat left. I'll just fill this up. Alright, 800 left. We'll just throw it in the pig pen. So, like I said, this is our second to last episode of this series, and the next episode, I think it's just gonna kind of be a farm tour, saying goodbye, kind of a little send-off to the farm as we move on to FS25. Should be fun. Try to get a little bit of money and organize things a little bit better. As you can see, we've got lots of equipment just kind of scattered about right now, so see if we can get that cleaned up a little bit. Alright, we'll get started picking this up, and hopefully we can get this all picked up before they finish with the cotton harvest. We'll top off the cows. I think our sheep need their spawning location cleared out. And as we drive by, I don't see any hay over there, or grass, I mean. We'll see if it's just a render thing, if there's actually grass over there or not. If there isn't, obviously we'll feed them. But yeah, other than the harvest and picking up this grass, there's not a ton to do today. So we'll get that finished up and get all our cotton distributed. I'll catch you a little bit later. I'm going to get a little further along with all this. Alright, that's the last load of hay. Cotton harvest is still going. We're going to go ahead and take some time and fill up the cow pen, get them good to go. Hopefully we can fill everything up and empty things that need emptied out so that we can go forward a couple months rather quickly. We've got this month, November, and then December to get through the entire year, and we will finally have our total number for how much money we've made, or we make in a year, with every animal in the game, not counting the money that we're making off of slurry and manure. We actually emptied out the silage that's in here. Oh, got caught. But we still have a lot over in our silage production facility, and we've actually never unloaded from over here. So I'm interested to see how that looks. Let's pull up here. I assume. Start filling. Wow. That is fast. I think we will just leave it in there and it'll just be faster that way. And I'm stuck again. That's fine. We'll get it. Alright, we got the silage put in there. Didn't it all fit, so we put the leftover back in the hayloft. So there's a little bit back in there again, but no big deal. We'll get the straw put in here and we'll check we'll put some in the bedding. I know they need it. And then we'll probably go ahead and top off the pigs and horses as well, as they also take straw for bedding. And we've got a lot in the barn as well as more up at the shop, so might as well get them all topped off. Is it gonna take all of this? Not quite, still 8%. We'll fill it up before we go over just to make sure, but man, it's loud in there. Alright, a little bit for the horses. Do our little glitchy thing here. Is that all it takes? Guess we could just check. That is all they take. Okay. And a little bit for the pigs. Okay. They actually take more than I thought, but still got plenty in the trailer. Alright, we got all their food topped off, but we still have a little bit of time before they're done with the cotton harvest. So we're gonna empty out some slurry, just to make sure that that doesn't fill up while we fast forward and we don't have to empty it while we're fast forwarding as well. Alright, we picked up from the cows, now we're over at the pigs. Looks like there's quite a bit of space in here now, so it should be good to go for a couple months, no problem. And I think our cotton harvest is finished as well. So we'll get this dropped off and start picking up some bales. Alright, slurry's all picked up. We'll get all these cotton bales picked up, and like I said, they are done except for there is the infamous strip that they miss every time. I don't know why, but we'll get them to pick that up on their way back to getting parked. Okay, I think I can fit one more. We'll get these all distributed. Looks like we've got 3 more after this. Unless one of them's really close, they might get a 5th, but I doubt it. Oh wait, 4th I mean. I do see a 4th one up there though. Alright, seems like we got quite a few bales, maybe more than normal. They must have been partially full. Oh boy, we gotta pick up clothing too. Alright, no big deal. Alright, we got that guy finishing up that little line there. And we got the 4 bales picked up. There's not enough room. There are not enough cotton in the harvesters to get another bale, which is no problem, but get these emptied out. And then, like I said, we'll pick up some clothing, probably pick up some wool as well. And then we should be pretty much ready to fast forward. Alright, we got the spawn location for the sheep emptied out and the clothes emptied out, and now I've just bought a little bit more chicken feed and horse feed just to get these guys topped off before we fast forward as well. Alright, just got the last one in for the horses, and it went up almost to I'd say it's right at 50%. I'm guessing it holds 20,000, but we know we could bring another 6,000 or 7,000 liters of hay over here, so we'll probably do that before we fast forward. And now let's just add some chicken feed over here too. Let's take a peek at them. Honestly, we don't really need this, but won't hurt anything. We might actually need more base food before we harvest, but I have a feeling Farm Sim 25 is going to come out before that becomes an issue. Alright, it is November, which means it is time to sell our eggs. Currently the best place to do that is right here. Fast food restaurant. See how much they take, hopefully all of it. See how much money we can make. Come on, take it all. Don't stop. Come on. And they took it all for 76,000 and 9,000. We'll say 10,000. Not bad for the month of November. We don't have a lot to do. I'll just touch up a few things, and then we will go to December. Alright, it is December, which means this is where we are going to, or this is going to be the last month of the episode. So, we're going to sell everything we have. If we have eggs, we're going to sell them. Honey, we're going to sell them. Clothes, whatever. No matter what month they're the best at, we're going to go ahead and sell them right now. First thing we've got is the eggs, which are actually still showing at a good price at the bakery. They should be able to take all of this since it's just a little bit. And the reason we're going to go ahead and sell everything that we have is because the next episode is the last episode, and I'm just going to do a few upgrades, get some buildings, and just get this farm in a good place, have everything that we need for it for the farm tour in the next episode. So we need as much money as we can possibly get, and this is the best way I can think to do it. Alright, please take all of this. Don't tell me that's it. Okay, there we go. Still going, still going. So we've got 2,000 plus. 6, 8. We'll call it 9,000. We'll be a little generous on this one. So that's the eggs. Next, let's go ahead and sell our clothing. This is where we're going to take the biggest hit from selling it at the wrong time, but we have our reasons. Alright, 24,000 pieces of clothing. See how much of a hit this is. We still made $360,000. Honestly, I think that is enough to get us everything that we are hoping to get before the farm tour / series finale in the next episode. But we still have some milk to sell, probably some honey, so we'll just get it all sold. Alright, next up is 4,400 liters of honey. Again, the best place to sell it is here at the fast food restaurant. Not expecting much money here, but sell it anyways. Yeah, 9,000. Not too bad, not too great. Let's go get some milk. Alright, we've got one full trailer load of milk here. It's like 3,000 left, but we won't worry about selling that. This is the best price. I assume they won't take it all, but we'll send them what they can take. And then the dairy and Johnson's Farmers Market are actually the same price. Yeah, that's all they'll take. So how much do you give us? 6,000. Okay, so we did find out that this does get full at some point, but hopefully it doesn't this time. See how much we can sell this for. And another $39,000. Bringing our cash total to $588,939. I think that's enough for what we want to do. Oh boy, that was very rude. I mean, I guess I kind of pulled out in front of you, but still. Strong tree. Alright, I think that is everything we have to sell. Yes? Yep, that's everything we have to sell. So we're going to go ahead and call the episode here. Hello and welcome to our series finale here on Elm Creek on our Every Animal Run. Today we're going to do just a quick little farm tour saying goodbye to the farm as we welcome in Farming Simulator 25, which releases tomorrow as of the time of recording and posting this video. So yeah, we're just going to do a quick farm tour, and I figured we'd take a horse as we do the tour. If you haven't seen the series and you're interested in seeing how we got all of this, now would be a good time to click off this video so I don't spoil everything for you. I've got a playlist on my channel, as well as some supercuts if you prefer to watch it that way. Those are available as well. But let's get started. We started off by buying these two fields here. We joined them together, and the very first thing we did was turn them into cotton fields. And the reason we did that is we wanted that to be our cash crop, and just how we kind of made money and supported this farm and our endeavor to get every animal in Farming Simulator. So we started off with one spinnery and one tailor shop because we weren't sure how much we would need, and as you can see, we ended up with 3 tailor shops and 4 spinneries. Yep, 4 spinneries. And this is how we paid for our Every Animal Run. Worked out really well. I did get told that there was a mod that is upgradable factories. Looky there, I got an achievement. There was upgradable factories, so you didn't have to have a bunch of them, but I kind of like having them all spread out there. So this was our cotton processing area. So yeah, we come down here. We have some storage here. So as you can see, we've got our fuel tank there. Filled it up once and it lasted the whole series, so that was nice. We ended up buying 2 cotton harvesters, just because this field took like 2.5 hours with one. Then we got our sprayer and fertilizer, which has the sea spot and spray on it, which is very nice. This is our storage for grass bales. which we use to feed our sheep, which were our very first animal in this series. And the reason we made that our first animal is because they do the wool, which goes well with the cotton. We could put it all in the spinneries, turn it into clothing, which worked fantastic. We made 800,000 pretty much a year off of our clothing. That baler, we just bought that. We actually never used it in this series, but I wanted to get everything we would need for this series. So that baler would be for turning the grass into grass bales for the sheep. Never had to do that. We didn't run out before Farm Sim 25 came out, so there is our sheep area and some storage for some cotton stuff. Then over here, the next field we bought was our grass field here. It wasn't a grass field when we bought it, obviously, but we turned it into a grass field. And this one grass field was enough to feed the sheep, the cows, and the horses. Also take some hay. So all of that was supplied from this one field. I was very surprised, but very pleased that we didn't have to do multiple fields. And we didn't even cut we didn't even cut 3 times a year all the time. Sometimes we only did 2 times a year, but there was plenty of grass, hay, and silage still. And that brings us to another kind of storage area here. You can see we've got our windrower, our tedder, forage wagon, our planter, and in the back we've got a plow, a potato planter, and then our mowing equipment. And next we've got our cow area. This was my first time using this. Actually, my first time seeing it. The robot surprised me. I was really pleasantly surprised by that. But it was super cool to watch it feed the cows. Our manure pit, obviously. And our cows. Now, if you didn't watch the whole series, part of the win condition, I guess you could call it, I gave myself was to buy the biggest pin for each animal in order to count it as the every animal run. So we have the biggest cow pasture here, we had the biggest sheep pin, and we maxed out the animals in them. And right there is our bees, where we get our honey. And yeah, it's a nice little setup. Did a little bit of landscaping. And then this is our hay loft. This is a modded one that allows you to put silage and straw and hay, grass, everything in there. We obviously didn't have any grass in there because the only thing that we used that for was our sheep. And then right down here, there is some production facility things that we've got going. So this is a silage production facility right here. Just dump the grass in there and it turns it into silage. This is obviously the lime production thing that is on the map already, so, which is why I put this stuff over here. I just thought it was kind of a good area for it. And then this is our mini biogas plant. The ones in game are huge and totally overkill for the amount of animals that we actually have that produce the slurry and manure, the pigs and the cows. So this thing kept up perfectly well with them. Made us quite a bit of money as well. So yeah, put our cows' manure and slurry as well as our pigs' manure and slurry in there. Made a lot of money. And let's go over to the next section. Alright, and here we are just across the road from our grass field. And we own this field and that one in the very back, the plowed one just to the left of this field, and this field here. The reason we have so many fields is because pigs take a lot of different food types. They take a base crop, protein, grain, and a root crop. So we had wheat on this field to the left, I believe sorghum, or sorry, wheat on the right. I think it was sorghum on the left here. And then this field at the bottom, we had canola. And then potatoes in that field over there. So those were all of the fields that we got throughout this playthrough. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fields. And it worked perfectly. We didn't get super far into having every animal, but I think we have enough crop to feed every animal. If not, we make plenty of money to buy whatever we need from the shop to kind of subsidize that. And that brings us to our next section. We'll save that for last. We'll come over here. So first is our pigs. Another manure heap. 270 pigs fit in this thing. They eat a lot of food. I was very surprised. It also started to lag my game a little bit. Luckily, it's running pretty smooth right now, but something to keep in mind. If you have all of these animals this close, I guess it kind of can overload your save. But there's our pigs. Got a couple trailers in there. One of them is currently full of potatoes because they only need 5% of root crops for the total food in the pigs. So we have a lot of potatoes left over. Here are our horses. 14 horses fit in there, which is pretty cool. And then our chickens. These were, let's see, we got the sheep first, then I think we got the dog, and then the cows, chickens, horses, pigs. Oh, I forgot the bees. Bees were somewhere in there. But here's our chickens, and obviously just a silo to store all the different crops for mostly for the pigs and chickens, but also a little bit for the horses. So figured that was a good spot for it. And then let's go check out this barn. This is where the rest of our equipment is. Kind of see some of it in there. Got a nice little John Deere sign for decorations. Alright, horse, you stay here. And let's go in. Here is the very first tractor we got, the JCB. We went ahead and got this one because it was a big tractor, as well as the fastest tractor in the game, which was something we were looking for to save us time. Here is our harvester and our potato harvester. Some big money items there, but they were big and they did the job very well. Here we've got our semi, as well as all the semi attachments. So our milk trailer, regular trailer, and our slurry trailer. And then we've got the second tractor we bought, the John Deere 9570 RT. Love the tracks on it, makes it so easy to turn. And we got our seeder with the fertilizer in it. There's our header for our combine. And there you go. There is all of the equipment that we've got. I like this barn. It's pretty cool. You can turn the lights on and off. Open the gates. Really nice. And now the very last thing we will show, as far as the tour is concerned, is up this way. And here's the very last thing that we bought, and that is the house. At the very beginning of this playthrough, I bought the trailer home, said that I didn't feel like I had earned this house, so we started with something a little more modest. But after we have successfully gotten every animal and all of the equipment that we need to provide for those animals, I feel like we deserve it now. So we bought it. And we upgraded our doghouse as well. As you can see, it's John Deere branded. Very cool. Very nice. So yeah, that is pretty much everything on the farm. There are a couple things I thought would be cool to kind of note. First is, this is definitely a very profitable farm. In a regular year, where we sell everything once a year at the time that it is a good price, we make about $2 million on this farm. I do think if you sold things early, so you sold it once at the good time and then sold it again before the end of the year, which is kind of what we did at the very end here, you can make 2.5 million, maybe a little bit more. We didn't closely watch the slurry and manure prices that we got, but they sold for quite a bit as well, especially since we have the pigs and cows producing those now. So yeah, very profitable. The other thing to note about this playthrough is it is a busy farm. In January we don't have anything as far as like planting and harvesting, but in February we plant the cotton. In March we plant potatoes. In April we plant sorghum. And then in May and June it's kind of quiet. And then July we harvest wheat and canola. April we plant canola, and then we harvest sorghum and potatoes. And then September we plant the wheat. In October we harvest the cotton. And then not much going on in November, December, but that doesn't count the grass cutting, which you can do 3 times a year. Most of the time we did 2 times a year, so throw that in there as well. And that doesn't count selling things. We had eggs to sell, honey to sell, clothes to sell, and milk to sell. And milk we had to sell 2 or 3 times a year as well, just because the pen would get full if we didn't do that. And then you had to feed all of the animals, which was a lot of work as well, and empty out the slurry and manure pits. As those things got filled up, we had to do the bedding for all of the different animals. I think pigs, horses, and cows all took hay for bedding. So yeah, it was a busy farm there at the end especially, but it was a good time. I do want to say a huge thank you to everybody that did support me throughout this series. This was my first series on YouTube. I am really enjoying it. Hope to keep it going for Farm Sim 25 as well. We are up to like 78 subscribers, which in the 2.5-3 months that we've been doing this, I feel looks pretty good. I did set a goal for 100 before Farm Sim 25 came out, so fell a little short of that, but I'm still very thankful for all those that did support and the progress that we've seen so far. And I'm hoping Farm Sim 25 sends us to the moon, man. If you did enjoy this series, if you did enjoy this episode, please do like, drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you. And it also lets YouTube know that you enjoy the content. If you are interested in seeing what else we come up with in Farm Sim 25, consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I'm Soy Sauce Farming. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.